Hi guys. Hi everyone. Good morning. Good morning. This is Melissa McCarthy. Happy Friday. I'm going to give everyone a couple seconds to dial in, and I'm sorry for any noise. We have construction going on in my house, so I was trying to find a quiet spot, and that's just not going to happen. Before I start the training, while everyone's kind of logging in, I just want to do a quick announcement. We've been streaming these for almost 2 months now. I hope everyone's loving them. And we have been catching them, which I said on the last scope that I did, on a website called catch.me, and we've been building a library that you can refer back to all your favorite trainings. But unfortunately, that website is no longer going to be after May 2nd. So while I have managed to move all of our recorded trainings over to a YouTube channel that I'm going to roll out in our team pages today, after today, none of these Periscopes are going to be available for any longer than the 24-hour replay that Periscope offers. So just want to give you all a heads up that we are back to little sense of urgency with these trainings, and any of the old trainings that we were able to capture, I'm going to post in our new YouTube page. So hi guys, I'm Melissa McCarthy. Good morning. So this past Sunday, I celebrated my 5-year road anniversary, which honestly just seems really crazy to me. I cannot believe that I've been with this amazing company for 5 years. I remember vividly joining 5 years ago and hearing that this was going to be a 3 to 5 year plan and to expect that. And honestly, I didn't really understand what that meant at the time. I just knew that the kind of success that I was looking for was not going to happen overnight. So I really just got to work and hoped that it happened for me closer to that year 3 than year 5. But oh my goodness, this has probably been a similar experience to raising children, where the days are very long, but the years are very short. Because to say that this business has changed my family's life is such an unbelievable understatement, you guys. So I want to take this opportunity to talk about this topic today, the 3 to 5 year plan, because I'm here now on the other end of those 5 years, and I know what that looks like, but I'm sure many of you want to know, how does it happen? So for anyone who doesn't know my story, I started my business because I was struggling as a working mom in the corporate advertising world in New York City, and I was in the grind, and I felt trapped. I felt like I really had very little choices. And it took me over 10 years of hard work to get where I had gotten in my career. But once we had our son and life was just changing so quickly, I took a step back in the thick of it, and I really took a hard look at the path that I was on, and I didn't like where it was leading me. So I made a conscious decision to drastically try and change the direction. And obviously that's when I started my business, and with that, it opens the door to change. The decision to put any fear of the unknown was put aside to go for this, because it was ignited by that spark, that craving that I had to at least give this a try. All of those what ifs, the why not me? Why, when this path was right in front of me, couldn't I just follow the leader and find my own success and what that could mean for me and my little family? And then once I fully engaged in this opportunity and the vision became so clear, I couldn't turn it off. And honestly, guys, I still can't turn it off. 5 years later, I feel like I've come out on the other end of the rabbit hole, and it's so much better than I ever thought or dreamed was possible. It's more than I ever even hoped for. And we asked our son Dylan the other day. We just got back from a family vacation, and we asked Dylan, who's almost 6 now. He's going to be 6 in a couple of weeks, which is crazy to me because he's the whole reason I started this business when he was just a little bitty. Because obviously we talk about work all the time, and we asked my son Dylan, what is the best part of my husband and I working from home? Because my husband joined me full-time about a little over a year ago, and we work this business together. We raise our 2 children together because of the success we've had in this business. And immediately his response was, Mom, we get to have fun all the time. And that could not be any more true. You know, an entrepreneurial mindset is different though. It's working a few years, like most people are not willing to do, so that you can live a lifestyle that most people could never even imagine. I never imagined this could be possible. But if you've never had experience being an entrepreneur or having your own business like I never had, it's something that you must dedicate time to learning. It's something that it takes time. You need to understand it takes time to master that. Success is going to come one day at a time, one step at a time. But if you're going to get frustrated in between those steps, then you're truly never going to move on to the next step, because every single step, I will tell you, is going to have some sort of failure. It's true, it's a fact, but it's what you do with those failures that truly sets apart the people that will be successful in this business and the ones who won't. So, are you taking the opportunity to learn from your failures and make strategic changes for your business? Are you willing to learn? I've always been willing to learn, and I'm still learning every single day. Making changes every single day. As my business evolves, I'm open to change, which is hard. Are you guys willing to be coached? Being coachable is a huge part of learning and development. And another thing is, are you able to take constructive criticism to better yourself and therefore your business? The beauty about our business and this particular company is that we can all participate in whatever capacity we choose. If you're someone who loves great products and you simply want to share them with everyone you know and get a deep discount on your skincare while you're earning a stream of income, all the while getting great skin, that's great. You can do that. And if you're someone who's looking for life-changing income and to turn this into a career, whatever, take it all the way to the top, you can do that too. And those are obviously the two extremes, and then there's everybody in the middle. But please know that the type of success that I wanted to achieve was significant, and I made a lot of exchanges to get there. I will never use the word sacrifice. I don't believe, to me, sacrifice is something that you give up and you get nothing for, you get nothing back in return. But exchanges are different. I knew that the top leaders that had come before me worked really hard to get where they were. And I knew that if I wanted even a fraction of the success that they had, I had to follow the path. So I made a lot of exchanges. And I was working full-time that first year. I had very little time to devote to my business, but I made the time and I was disciplined with when I chose to work. I didn't watch TV for years, you guys, and I have my favorite shows like many of you do, but I was so laser focused that I knew there would come a time again where all of those things could creep back in. But it wasn't the time. When I was building my business in the beginning, it wasn't the time to sit and veg out and have TV, because honestly, I still watch very little TV, because now with 2 children at home, at night after I put them to bed, that's when I do most of my calls, I write my trainings, and I do my work. So the time that I have has always been very disciplined. And the other thing that's come to be really important for me in my business, and I know so many others, is how everybody needs a support system. My close support system was all in. They believed in me, they believed in this business, they supported it, and it made a huge impact. So my question to you is, do you have someone in this business who you respect, who has your best interest at heart and can be really honest with you? Whether that is your sponsor, your accountability partner, your power partner, even a friend or a family member that has absolutely no affiliation with our business, but someone who you respect, they respect you, and they love you. Or is your spouse, significant other, are they the one that's supporting you? And are they helpful with you on this journey? Because you need support, everybody needs support. There's so many places to find it, and I'll tell you that as you become more successful, people are much more supportive. It's a funny thing. But in the beginning, when you aren't that successful and when there's doubt and you're just trying to find a way to get this off the ground, a lot of people are negative, and it's easy to be negative because so many people are. So you want to look for those positive people in your life that are going to support you, because everybody needs support to get any business off the ground. And in my opinion, also, sometimes too many opinions can be a distraction, and it can cause some confusion in your business. So you really need to think about what's really important to you and how do you want to run your business. Who do you know? Who are you close with that's in line with your same core business values? I frequently talk about my power partnership with Lori Cardella, who is my sponsor, and that partnership has been really impactful on both of our businesses. But please know that an important part of our partnership has always been how respectfully and brutally honest we've been with one another. Because you know what, guys? It's easy to quit when something isn't working. But it's hard to discover why it isn't working, and then you want to change direction. Sometimes it's easier just to say yes to everybody. That's easy, but it's hard to say no. It's easy to please the crowd, but it can be really hard to be that leader who has to make some hard choices at times. And it's also not easy to admit when you've made a wrong move. So, can you admit those things? Do you know the difference? Are you making adjustments along the way to attempt to improve? Or are you doing the same thing wrong over and over and over until you get frustrated? And then at that point of frustration, then that's when you're reaching out. Or on the other end, are you doing something that you think is right over and over and over again, but you're not getting any results? And in your mind, it's comfortable for you and you just keep doing it, but it's not getting you anywhere, but you're not willing to change things up. Your gut also, it's an important thing. Trust your gut. I feel like I've made 95% of important decisions in my life based on a gut check that I've had. So trust your gut, stand your ground when you know you're onto something really impactful. That's important. But these are all choices that every single one of us along our journey makes, and it comes to define who we are as leaders and who we are as business owners. So I ask you, where do you fall? Are you someone who's a crowd pleaser, but your business is suffering because of it? Or are you someone who's doing the same thing over and over and over again because it's comfortable, but deep down you know that you need to switch things up? I encourage you, always try to make changes if your business is not where you want it to be. Success in this business is directly related to your attitude. We talk about this all the time. Attitude, mindset, how adjustable to change you are. Guys, we are the fastest growing skincare company in the US, but we are still a relatively new company and we're experiencing hyper growth. So change, it's inevitable, but how you react to company changes that you deep down know are calculated and strategically shaping the future success for all of us. How do you guys react to that? How do you express your feelings to your team? How do you position that on social media? How do you position that to your network? Along my journey, I've always trusted that corporate was much more experienced in this business than I could ever be. And I knew that their primary focus for success with this company was to take this and be successful. So I try very, very, very hard not to focus on negative ever. Because it's a proven fact that your attitude leads to actions and actions lead to results. So are you in the right mindset to make actions that move you forward? Do you let daily setbacks or try to stifle you or move you into being inactive for long periods of time? And do you share negative thoughts or frustrations with your team, causing ripple effects? It all comes down to commitment. Branding yourself is a commitment. I've had many, many, many trainings on the power of branding. It's a major commitment to build a brand. Building a business, is a commitment, a major commitment. And I ask you, are you willing to make that commitment? And your support team. It takes a lot of support, so look for support wherever you can find it. This business gives us the opportunity to create a lifestyle of your dreams, but only you and only you know what that looks like. So please stay connected to what's important to you. Let that grow. Think bigger. But I want to remind everybody that the bigger the dream, the harder the work. This business can be your vehicle, but you need to fuel it. So from the other end of 5 years, I encourage you guys, stay your course. Where are you in your 3 to 5 year plan? If you are not going in the direction that you want to be going, I encourage you to find your support, find your power partner, look at your business and see what changes need to be made to be strong, commit to them. This is a beautiful business and it can do whatever it is that you want it to do for you. So I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I hope everyone has a really strong month end, and I hope to talk to you guys real soon. Bye guys, have a great day.